y'all, it's Pam at Pink Dragonfly Wings here with, I think, our 15th episode of Using Up Book Pages. And I'm going to move all this out of the way so we don't want to get this dirty. Put that over there. This is what we're going to make today. This is a little pocket, and I've made this to go in my deep forest or dark forest, haven't decided what I'm going to call it yet, journal that we're working on. And so this is a little fold over, just a little fold over, wipe my eyes, I tell you, my allergies. A little fold over pocket. Now, I originally wanted it to be an over the top thing, but it didn't really work out like I wanted it to do, but it could be that. Let me put my card in here right, because I wanted it to be able to, like, this is our page, and I wanted it to flip over like this and clip in at the top so that the top would work. And that will still work. That will still work. It just didn't quite turn out like I wanted it to. I'll work on that, and maybe we'll do that for next time or something. But this is what we ended up with. And we have just a decorative front with a front pocket and an index card tag in the front. And then you flip it over. This flips up. We have 3 little tags here, little butterfly tags that I made. And a little, this is a pre-made that I got, who knows where, I don't know. And I bought these little tassels one day. I had a whole sack full of them, and I bought them from the thrift store. So I had absolutely no idea what I was going to do with them, but here we go, using them like crazy. So we have 2 little tags. Then in the back of this, we have another pocket, and I put this cool black and white wolf on here just because I thought he was so cool. There we go. Now, if you wanted it, and that's what I originally wanted to do. If you wanted to fold this over, the best way to do it would be to fold it over. I don't know how to do it. I don't know, because either way I fold it over, I'm messed up. But anyway, you could fold it over and not use the back pockets. Or you could fold it over, clip it in, still have your stuff, take it off, your little thingies are back here. However you want to do it. We'll see how we go today with what we're going to do. Now, I made this one with 2 sheets of paper, but I think this time I'm going to try 3 sheets of paper and see if that works a little better. And my plan is that I have 3 sheets here, and I'm going to cut all of them off right where the words are. So whatever piece you have, and then we'll see how big it is. It doesn't really matter, but that's what we're going to do. So we're going to cut them off up here at the top, right here where the words start. And we'll cut off the bottom right here. Turn it over, and I tried, the reason I'm doing these one at a time, I tried cutting them all at the same time, and the words apparently are not printed the same on every page in a book. I guess they alter it or play with it a little bit so that when you open it and close it, it looks better. I don't know, but they don't match. I do know that. So I'm just going to cut these one at a time, and it takes a little bit longer, but I think all in all it will be more like what we wanted it to be. So it doesn't have to be perfect. I just want it to fit. Okay, there's our second one, and this is our third one. turn this one over. Cut that. Trim these sides. And there we go. So now we have 3 pieces cut more or less the same size. We're going to save all these and put them in our little nubbin bucket. We'll use those for various and sundry other things. All right. So what we're going to do first is you've got to decide now on these. All 3 of these have I think that's a chapter delineation, or not really a chapter. It's, I guess, a subchapter. But anyway, all of them have that. And so you just need to be aware that that is there. So, they're all pretty, okay, I think I'll use this one for the main thing because I can put a pocket over here to cover this. And, yeah, that'll work. All right, so our pages ended up being about 7 inches tall by 4.5 almost. Might be, yeah, 4.5. So, give or take. It, like I said, it doesn't have to be exact. Okay. So this is going to be our back page. No, this is going to be our back page because I'm going to put a pocket back here. And we're going to take this down. Oh, I don't know. I'm eyeballing it. I'm not measuring it. About like that. So that would be, maybe, let's scoot it back a little bit so we have an even measurement. That makes things so much easier. That is exactly 1 inch. Okay. So we're just going to fold it down 1 inch. All right, let's see how, oh, that's a little taller than our other one, so we could get a taller tag in there maybe. Wonder why. I don't know. Oh well, that's what we got. We got what we got. Then we're going to take one of these and we are going to make a pocket in the front. And I made this one a pretty tall pocket because it's not really covered very much. I mean, on the back you'll see I put a little plastic envelope back here. And so I had that to consider as far as how tall. So I think we'll do this one. And I want to leave a little bit of space in between there. So, well, I didn't on that one. Folded it up. But I still don't want just a terribly huge pocket. So I'm going to put it about right here. Find my pencil. And I'm going to put it about right there. So we'll cut that off. I apologize again for my runny nose. I just don't know what else to do about it. Just sneeze and snort, I guess. That's the best I can do. Well, that sure didn't come out straight. I guess I got in too big a hurry, and that's a little better. There we go. All right. So we're going to have a pocket here. And we're going to fold this one down on the other side. And it's partly for a purpose. I'm going to go ahead and find my little punch here. Whew, I don't want that big one. Let's see if we can find the smaller one. I know I have a smaller one. I don't want the teeny tiny one either. Well, goodness gracious, there it is. Yeah, that's the one I wanted. And so I'm going to try as best I can to put it in the center. more or less. Now then, I forgot to put my trimming paper on here. I was going to put a little paper on here just because this book page is so thin. And so I wanted to put something here and fold it over. So I think I will go ahead and do that. Let's see. Let's tear this off. And I'm going to tear it right down here just because I like the torn edges. And so I'm going to tear this right here along the little flowers. And then we will, I tell you, you would think that I thought I was pretty together here, but I don't seem to be. All right, we're going to use green because I know where green is. So green works. This is Distress Ink Forest Moss. And we're just going to kind of ink along the edges here. Pretty lightly. I don't necessarily want it to be terribly dark, but I do want it to delineate. I'm not going to worry too much about the back because it's going to be on the inside. So I'm going to do this about to right here, and then I'll fold that over. So let's get some glue and glue right along here. Now we have to wait for the glue to come to the end. Okay, here we go, here we go. Put that over there, and then I want this. And I'm going to hold this up because I knew where I wanted it on this side of the page. There's a little pattern here. My wonderful window lets me see all kinds of things. Oh, that's not going to give us quite enough space, so we're going to have to come up to the next little mark. That will be perfect. Now, I'm going to go ahead, since I screwed up and did this first before I was ready, I'm going to go ahead and cut that so that I can fold this over. That's not going to put any on our nubbin there, but that'll be okay. That will be okay. And I know somewhere I have scissors. Okay, so we're going to cut this off right here. We'll cut this off right here. I'll put a little bit more glue right here. And a little bit right here. Glue that down. Make sure it's good and smooth. And somewhere, oh, here it is. Cleaned off my desk a little bit. I know you can't tell, but I did clean it off a little bit while ago. And I found my phone folder. It's amazing what you find when you clean. Okay, so I'm going to ink this up right now while I'm thinking about it. And there we go. Now then, this is going to, fixing to use the wrong piece. We'll put you over here. And this is going to fit right down here. Just like that. Okay. And then I'm going to ink this up a little bit under here. Just because it's going in my forest journal. So I'm doing lots of greens and blacks. And I want it to all match and look nice when I get it finished. So, in fact, this is probably going to be the last using up book pages just for a little while. Maybe after the first of the year we'll come back to it. But I am wanting to finish my journal and get that done, and I'm doing a lot of that on camera. And I just wanted some of you to see. Some of you have asked to see the actual process of things and not just the finished product when it got done. So I'm going to try to do that. And then I also do a little project every year. I've done it. I guess this will be my fourth year, fourth year maybe, with Louisa Heinzel at Junk Journal Art and with Barbara at 49 Dragonflies. And they do a little project every year, the month of December. And we call it Ephemera. I know, it takes a while to learn how to say it, but that's okay. And so when we get started on that, then I would like to be able to do some videos of that. So I'm going to hold off on the book pages just for a little bit, and I think I might need to come down just a little bit more with this, just so when you look down inside that pocket you don't see white paper staring back at you, even though it's kind of brownish manila paper, but that's okay. We don't want to see it. And I'm going to fold that, make sure that works. I think that I will go ahead and ink this side as well while I'm inking. And I'm just putting ink on here. No pattern, no rhyme, no reason. Just kind of a color. I want the page and the text on the page to show through. And when we get ready in a minute, we're going to put another pocket back here. So we'll go down a ways. And just kind of ink it up, just kind of darker in some places, lighter in some other places. It doesn't matter. You do it however you want to. And if you don't like inking, that's cool. Don't do that. Just skip this part. Fast forward through it and go on to the next part, because not everybody digs inking. So there we go. So I have both of those done. Now I'm going to take this. I am going to sew, but I am going to glue this to hold it in so that we can finish everything. And then I will glue it at the end when the glue has had a little bit of time to dry and won't gobby up my sewing machine. So I'm just going to do this right here on 3 sides. And lay that down. Pretty close, pretty close. And then we have our pocket here on the front. And this is going to fold down. Pretty close, pretty close. Okay. Now then, we're going to turn it over onto the back. Now, if you want to do something to your corners and, you know, do a quarter rounder or something like that, you certainly can do that. I am going to, this second page is just a tiny bit bigger. So let me take my glasses off so I can see up close. And I'm just going to cut this off real quick so that it's even, because it will mess up my sewing. When I sew from the front, and that may miss catching some of the back here because that's where it was kind of folding over. Alrighty, there we go. We have a nice green pocket. Okay, so we're going to turn this one over here, and we're going to make a little pocket here. Now, we have 2 choices here that I kind of thought, oh, that might be kind of cool. Since we're not going to use it as a flip over. I'll work on that, and we'll do that later. But I thought maybe we could put a little pocket down here and cut that off. Well, I'm going to fold it so that we have plenty of room. Maybe to right here. Let's fold that over. Didn't fold that very straight either, but there you go. I think it's good enough. And we will have, what did I do? Fold it the wrong direction. I guess I did, because I want the words up right side up. Duh. Okay, so we can put this one right here. So we'll fold it in half this way so it'll strengthen this. And then I thought we might use this little piece and put another little pocket right here. And we'd have an extra pocket that we didn't have on the other one. And I thought that might be kind of cool. So then actually this is not, let me cut this off. This is confusing me because this is where this is going to be at the bottom. This one will fit right here, and this one will fit under here because we want a little bit of space up here at the top. Okay, I think that'll work. Yes, I do. Now, let's see if we can find another little piece of paper. This is the paper that I used before. I sure like those flowers on there, though. Let me see what else I can find over here. Here's another little piece of that we used on this other side. That might work. I don't have enough of it, but I do have a big piece somewhere. Somewhere in my stash here, I have, there it is. Oh, and there's a piece that already has the flowers off, so that's pretty cool. Let me cut it right here. We'll just cut this off and use this piece just because I like to give the tops of those book pages just a little bit of something to make it a little extra strong, because that's where your tag is going to go in and out over time. And I don't want that little piece of very fragile almost book page to tear over time. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this right here. We did not cover these, so why don't we go ahead and do that so we don't have a line. So let me go ahead and cover this. Just right here along here. We may do something a little bit different on these pockets here. Now, I'm going to have that little piece right there. That'll work. And then we'll get this one. And I went ahead and doubled this book page simply because I could. It was big enough, and it was better than, you know, just throwing away another piece. Not really throwing it away, because we never throw anything away, do we? Alright. Now, I am going to glue this together right here at the top, because when I cut that hole in there, these papers are going to separate if they're not glued together. And so I want them at least glued together where the little thumb hole is going to be. And that will help hold that paper together when we get ready to cut it in a minute. And I think that I will use my black dauber here and just put a little black in here. This is going to go in my journal, so black and green works, and that makes a little bit of difference from the actual page. That means we need to go back over here and put a little on this one. Just to kind of, I guess, darken it, grungy it up a little bit. Now, in my journal that I'm making, it's starting out kind of a happy little day. in the forest, and then by the time we get to the end of the book, it's not so happy and it's not so pretty. So that's the reason we're using the colors. All right, so I'm going to put this on here. And let's just hold this up about like we did the other one a while ago. And I think that will work and give us our flowers. So let me go ahead and fold this one over. Well, let's just go ahead and put glue on this one too. We can get it to be still. And come on, right side upwards. Let me hold it up here in the sunshine so I can see where I am. And there we go. Just a little band on it, just to strengthen that piece of book page. I'm going to have that glued down too, so that makes it two right here at the in and out spot. It's going to be, we're going to have two pieces of cardstock with our book page. So that should give plenty of strength for us. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and do this one. And then we'll cut the holes. And that way the holes hopefully will match. Hopefully. Okay, let's hold this up in the sun so I don't cut off the little tips of my flowers. There we go. We'll fold this over here, right along the edge. Come on, let's be straight and not fussy. Okay. There we go. We'll even have a little piece left over that we can use for something else. There we go. Get it off of the scissors, we'll be all right. All right, and then these two are going to fit right here. So I am going to put these two together and do our thumb punch so that they are, you know, it might be kind of cool to have one on one side. I think we'll do that. Instead of having them both the same, let's do one on this side. And one on this side. Make it a little different. Just a little different. Now we'll go back over here and do green on the top. I didn't tear that one, did I? Oh well. That will be fine. That one's going to go right there. And we'll ink this one up. Put that one right there. And there we have two nice pockets. Cool. All right, so I'm going to move this one. Now, I'm going to leave that one. So I know where to put this one. We're going to put some glue right down here at the bottom. See, it comes out when you don't want it to come out. It comes out in big old globs. When you want it to come out, does it come out? No, 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 no. So let's get us a little napkin here and wipe off some of the excess. Okay, and then I'm going to slide you like to right there. Oh, I'm liking those pockets being, those nubbins being offset. I think that's going to be really cool. I've not done that before. It just popped into my head. I saw somebody else do it probably, and as things rolled around in my brain, eventually it rolled back around. And then we're going to put that one right there. Alright, now let's spread this glue around as best we can. Get it all nice and smooth. Turn it over and make sure our paper is even. Let's cut some of this glue off. And not cut it off, we're going to rub it off. And then we're going to even up these sides because, like I said, I sew from the front. And so the front is my guide. And if I'm not real careful, then when I turn it over to sew, I will miss the back because it's not even. This side's pretty even though. I'm just going to trim up just a little hair right here where it doesn't appear to be very straight. Alright, and now we will get our dauber and ink up a little bit. And there we go. And there's our pocket. Now, I had some stickers. I wanted this pocket just to be kind of a big pocket. Now, you know, I left this bigger and I made it bigger. And let me make sure this is going to fit in here. Oh yeah, that's going to be okay. These are just index cards that I'm going to use to make the little journaling cards that go in here. And then we'll put one back here. May have to put him down here. Oh, did I glue him together? I think when I squeezed my glue, I squeezed out from under this little thing here. So I think we'll have to put him in here and do that. We'll have to come up with another tag up here. That's okay, we can do that. We can certainly do that. Alright, so that's going to work. So I'm going to take these back out. We'll do those in just a minute. Now on the front, I have these pretty butterfly stickers. And I wanted a pretty good size one. I don't have my glasses on now, so here we go. This one kind of looks like it might be kind of the same size, but that's okay. And we're going to have stitching down here, remember, so we're going to have some decoration here, but we're going to have some extra. So I'm going to put him right there. I think that will be really pretty. You know, we could wonder how it would be if we put just a little piece up here. That may be just too much. That may just be too much. But I thought maybe it would be different on the back. What do you think? I don't know. I don't know if I like that better or not. It might be better just to, I have a piece of ribbon. It might be better just to put a piece of ribbon up here, kind of like that. Put a little piece of, this is that seam binding stuff, and we might put a little piece of this here and on here on the back, and that might work better, I think. My stickers are sticking to me. Oh, is this bigger? No, he's not bigger, but he looks, oh, what if we put two of them on here? And do a black one and a white one. Oh. Because we're making the transition from the happy forest to the not so happy forest. I kind of like that idea. So, okay, you win. 2 butterflies. So, we're going to put you. I am going to try to keep them as far away from the edges I can, just because I don't know how. These are those little pet tape stickers, and I don't know how they'll do once the needle's perforated it. It may, I don't know. I don't know. It may come off. I don't know. So I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to, I say I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try not to do that. Now I just tore off part of my thing, and you are not in the right place. So we are going to ink you over again. There you go. And we will put you, your wing is going to be a little bit over the seam. So we're fixing to find out how it works. That's what we're going to do. Trim this off because that is not wanting to. So we'll just have to see how it works. I don't know. But we never know till we try. So here we go. We're going to try. Maybe no more than it is. It'll be okay. But I am going to. Oh, I didn't get you glued down, did I? That's kind of an interesting thing. When I folded you in half, I forgot to glue you, and yes, you have to be glued. Okay. There we go. Now I was going to cut this little wing off over here just to make sure. All right, now we have these other little things in here. They're kind of like moons. And I thought maybe we could put one right there. And if I have another one, do I have another one? I don't have another one. Why don't I have another one? They always give you two. Let's see, you go together. You don't go together. You are over here. Wonder if I lost it over here somewhere. That is certainly possible. If not, we'll go with, oh, wait a minute. There it is. There it is. I see it. I see it. There's the other one. Jimmy Hoffa could be on my table here. And then maybe we could put this one right up here. Except maybe it might be better if we put this over here. Not where the pocket part is. How would you be if we did you like that and then cut that right there? I think that would work just perfectly. So here we go. We're going to give it a try. I know. I know. Okay. So we're going to get our little handy dandy cutter thing. And we're going to put something under there. I have let me get this little cutting board thing over here. It's too big for this project, but maybe we can get it to slice right there. Just where we can cut that in half. And okay. And then we'll put you right there. And we're going to tear this and put it right there. And what did I do with the other half? There it is. And we're going to tear off the other half. And put it right there. now it looks like one solid piece. And it's not hanging over or anything. And then we will take this one and put this one over here, and we won't have to cut it because we have a big enough pocket. Alrighty then, so we'll put you right like that. That looks kind of cool. Very cute, very cute. Okay. Alright, so we don't need these. These up here are too big. We could put a little one that, if we could figure out how to, I guess I could fold his wings over, but then you wouldn't know. I think we got plenty. I think we got plenty. I'm going to set this over here and let that glue dry really good, and we're going to go ahead and work on some of these cards. Now, these are just plain old index cards. No big deal. I got them at Dollar Tree. Now, they're not very thick. They're not like your regular index cards, but for this purpose, they work really nice. And I like them because they already have the lines on them. I think that's kind of cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these two pieces of paper that I had chosen that matches my paper collection that I'm using in my journal. And I am going to just glue the back of this really good. Okay, and then I want this little skull down here. So I'm going to have to hold it up in the sun again. Y'all bear with me, because I want him to be right at the edge. There we go. And then we will smooth that out, because this is a writing surface now. This is a journaling card, and we don't want those glue lines and circles and things in there that we make messing up with our writing. So there we go. Now we're just going to turn this over right here, and we are going to put them right around this card. Kind of didn't cut very straight there. Now then, that's cute. Just enough greenery, but we have our little guy here. All right, so now I'm going to circle the bottom, put them in the circle punch, and I'm going to tag the top part. That went right down my shirt. All right, so there we go. And I'm going to get my ink. And we are going to ink right around the edge of this. Clean up that white edge so that when we look at our tag, we're not seeing that dark white edge staring at us. And I'm not going to put anything on the front of this because it really is a nice writing space as well. I'll show you just in a second. Let me get this inked up around here. And kind of dirty it up a little bit just because I don't like it to be white. Okay, so this is a very nice little writing spot. So there you go. You've got some good writing in there. And it will fit in our tag. In our pocket. And fold down. Then when we get ready, we can, it's going to show through right there. That would have been cool if we'd have had something to make that look nice. Wonder what's on the other one, the other paper. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. All right, well, let me see what else is in the book. And let's see if we have anything that kind of fits. Here's a little butterfly. That might work. Let's see how that does. Let's see what else we have. That one's kind of cool too. That one has a little, and if we pulled the card all the way over to the side, let's see, that would hang down, but it would hang down too low. I think we'd have to, but we could do that. Well, we don't have that much room. Okay. Let's see where our little moon is. I'm going to put just a little pencil mark right here. I can erase that in a minute, but I want to see how far down it comes so that I see if we put this piece of paper on here. And it would show up just a little bit. Let's see how the butterfly does. I don't know. I kind of like the butterfly. Yep, I kind of like the butterfly. Okay, you get put back for a project for another day. But I love you anyway. All right, so we're going to get this card. And we're going to turn it over. Okay, like that. We have some nubbin pages, or nubbins, and we are going to glue glue. Okay, put you up there. And I've got to get this butterfly in the center at the top, as far, not really as far as we can go, but close. Okay. And then we're gonna, don't get so aggressive, Pamela Sue. Okay, so we are going to, now that we've bent it all up, we're going to cut around it. And then we'll use these little strips and save those. I have a little scrap bucket that I keep. I call it my nubbin bucket. And when I get ready to make journaling cards or things like that, then I glue all these little pieces together and make a master board out of it, and then I can cut it up and use it for pockets or journaling cards or ATC cards or circles or whatever you want to use it for. Alright, and we need to get, this is going to go on our top. I've said on here before, I always round the bottoms of my tags just because I think they go in better. I don't know that they really do, but I feel like they do, and so therefore that's good enough for me. So, alrighty, let's ink this little thing up and see how it fits in there. Again, we have some more writing space down here, so that's nice. Inky, inky, inky. My little mama, I know y'all have heard, is here with us. She had a birthday on Tuesday. She turned 89 years old. We had presents and cake and a nice celebration. She was so excited and so surprised. It was so much fun. So it was just my brother and his wife and my husband, but that's okay. Now that is going to fit perfect right there, and when we close it, we're going to be able to see part of the butterfly. I could fold this up a little bit. And fold it over, and we could see more of the butterfly. I like that idea. Okay, and that'll strengthen this little top as well. So there we go. Talk about changing our plans on the fly. But that's okay. Sometimes as you're creating, that what you had in mind isn't doesn't seem to be as good as something that comes up. So there we go. And we still have a place for our paper clip to not interfere with our butterfly. So that's going to work beautifully. Very cool. I like that. Okay, so now we'll work on the back. We have a tag here. We decided we were going to put this little tag down here. I was going to put a clear pocket on here, but I saw the stickers and I thought, I kind of like the stickers, and I don't want them to be exactly the same. So, I took all of my little things out here. So we've got these that fit down in here. They're just little tags that I had in my stash. And I thought, oh, well, those will look cool. They're dark and butterflies. And then this little thing here fits right there. So we've got that one. And then we could put our other little things here, up here. It may be too big. No, not too much. No, that's going to be perfect. We can put that right in there. And put this one right here. And hang that over all of them. And that will work great. Okay. There we go. And now all we've got to do is stitch around and we're done. So let me stitch that real quick. I'll come back. I'll show you that. We'll be done. And on to the next thing. So hang on. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. That's done. It turned out really cute. I like this little pattern here. I was trying to, well, not really use green, but green will work. Sometimes in my sewing machine when I'm sewing, the back, what's on the back of it, kind of shows through with the paper, little pieces of paper fibers that come through. So I just get my ink dauber and daub it back up and it works just fine. So, but that works really nicely. It's got a nice little border up here, so I think I like that. I did move the tags over a little bit. I thought, I put the little thumb notch over here. So what I did is I put the two tags, and then I put this little tag that has the dangly thing that sometimes dangles. Anyway, it can come over here and not interfere with this tag. This thumb notch over here, when I put this tag down in here, it looks like this little design in the paper is coming out of that hole, out of that thumb notch. So I think that turned out just really nice. So there we go. We've got it done and ready to go. And when we get ready to put it in, we can clip this along with that tag right there, and it'll kind of help hold those tags in as well. So there you go. There's our little tag that wasn't any, well, it was a little bit like what we started out with, but there we go. That shows you how my brain works. It changes as it moves along the line. So anyway, I hope you like this. When I get ready, when I finish my journal, I am going to do a walkthrough. So look for some of these little things that we're making along the way, because they will be in there. So check them out and see. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would love to have you. Check out my store, www.mypinkpiggy.com. dragonfly wings, all one word, all little letters, a Z on the end of wings.com. It is listed down in the description box, so, and it's clickable, so you can just click on it and it'll take you right to the store. And I think that's it for the day. So I hope you had as much fun as I had, and we will see you next time. Until then, you be creative too. Bye bye.